Catholics and never Trumpers. Am I a never Trumper? Am I on the never Trump team? I'm going to tell you if I am or I am not here in just a moment. But I got to be honest, every single time that I have critiqued Donald Trump, either on my live radio show or on the internet, it always happens. Someone will come up to me, someone will post a comment, Joe, he's better than the other side. You just got to vote for him. Okay, sure. My dog, though, is better than the other side. So that's not even a valid argument. Like, the bar is too low. And that's been the issue with me. But then there's but Joe, do you want Donald Trump to be more Catholic than the Pope? Heck, I'd be happy if the Pope were more Catholic than the Pope at this point. So again, the bar is just too low. If we're ever going to change society, truly impact the culture and the society around us, perhaps we should rise to the standard in the bar instead of bring the bar down to us. That's my issue. So am I a never Trumper? No, I'm not. Clearly, if your vote is to limit evil in society, you are voting for the lesser of two evils. I think it's clear that Donald Trump is, in fact, the lesser of two evils. I'm not at all confused by that. But why is that the standard? That's too low of a standard. We need to raise the standard. If we really want to have an impact, then I think therein lies the biggest conversation that needs to be had amongst Catholic circles, let alone evangelical and just American society in general. And I would say it's probably true elsewhere in other countries too. But let's talk about the big issues: in vitro fertilization, abortion, contraception, marriage, let alone immigration, economy, foreign wars, all of these things. Now, there's some things I love about Donald Trump, don't get me wrong. He was better in foreign policy than probably the last 50 years in any other Republican administration. You know, the fact that he was trying to bring troops home from these forever wars, I thought that was a good thing. Praise be to God. His economy was certainly better, and he was better appointing judges, thanks to the Federalist Society for sure, because they're the ones who came up with those names. It wasn't Donald Trump. It was the Federalist Society. He did his part by getting those names on benches. Praise be to Jesus. But there's other issues. I mean, he sold us down the river on Big Pharma. Remember that? Whole warp speed. How'd that work out for you? And he's doubled and tripled down on that. He has not defended marriage between a man and a woman. His wife is pro-abortion, and she also supports the log cabin Republicans. Let that sink in. So there's a lot of issues here. And when Donald Trump seems to think it's okay for Californians to have abortion and in vitro fertilization and all that, and Texans to not have it, that's schizophrenic. So let me give you an example. Just imagine if the Lord, the Savior, Jesus Christ, sitting on his throne, were in Washington, D.C., and we could go there and visit his throne room, bring our petitions before him, and he would hear our case. Imagine that. He was reigning from his throne. Do you think that in vitro fertilization would be tolerated under the reign of Christ the King? Nope. Humans die in the procedure, which is why it's wrong. It's not right for some and wrong for others. Nope, it's natural law. It is wrong for all human beings. It is bad for everyone, no matter if they're Catholic or not. Same thing with abortion, same thing with contraception. And marriage between a man and a woman is the bedrock of all societies going back millennia. But that ship has sailed and nobody defends that anymore. And surely he's not going to be defending that. So we may have to vote for the guy, but why do we let him off the hook? Why do so many Catholics, evangelicals, and others who say, Joe, he's better than the other side, you got to vote for him? Like, what is your plan to change his mind and his heart on these key, fundamental, natural law issues? There's lots of choices that can be made on the economy, for instance, but it's less so when it comes to abortion, in vitro fertilization, marriage, and these kinds of issues. These are natural law issues. They are the non-negotiables. And we can't allow Donald Trump, even if we have to vote for him, to wiggle off the hook. So if you got to vote for him, then what is your plan to help change the mind and the heart of Donald Trump, let alone convert him because it's best for his salvation, for his family, and everything else? And I think that's the issue, is our bar is just too low. At the end of the day, all we want is blue sky, low humidity, good times, a Kid Rock concert, a keg of Pabst Blue Ribbon, in a UFC fight, and we're just wanting to sit back and eat the popcorn. Well, then we've lost the plot of why we're here. We're here to journey through this world to not be of this world, to be in it but not of it, on our way to the promised land. Heaven is the goal, not this place. And if we're holding on to this place with white knuckles, then we've lost the plot. And I think that's been part of the issue. We need to raise society to the bar and not lower the bar to society, because it'll always be a bad choice. So maybe you got to vote for Donald Trump to limit evil. Okay, fine, fair enough. But what is your plan to convert Donald Trump on these key issues? And we should never let him wiggle off that hook. Let me know what you think below. God love you.